Here are 7 reasons why people are moving to Metro Atlanta. Reason number 1, cost of living. Historically, the southern parts of the United States have always had lower cost of living than the rest of the US. Take, for example, home values. In New York, the average home value is $772,000. In California, the average home value is $799,000. In Colorado, $591,000. And in Georgia, the average home value is $316,000. Lower home values and lower cost of living is certainly one of the best parts about living in Metro Atlanta. Reason number 2 why people are moving to the city of Atlanta is because more and more people are working remotely or virtually from home. If you can work remotely from home and live in an area of the United States where the cost of living is low, Georgia is certainly a great option for that. Atlanta has a very good presence in the tech industry. There are lots of tech jobs, and in general, Atlanta has lots of jobs. And so the more that people are working virtually and from home, the more Metro Atlanta is growing. If you're thinking about moving to Atlanta or you just want to know what it's like to live here, feel free to call or text me anytime. I'm more than happy to help. Thank you so much to everyone who has reached out to me asking me about living in Atlanta. My favorite thing to do in the world is helping people get acquainted with my hometown. Reason number 3 why people are moving to Atlanta is that Atlanta is a major metropolitan international city. I think many times people forget that Atlanta is such an international city. We don't think of a city in the southern parts of the United States as being international or a major city, but keep in mind that Atlanta has one of the busiest airports in the whole world. This really means that Atlanta has lots of different kinds of cultures and ethnicities represented here in Atlanta. Also, Metro Atlanta has 6 million people living in this area. So as far as major cities goes, Atlanta is really a very good option. Reason number 4 why so many people are moving to Atlanta is that Atlanta has some pretty amazing schools. Now, it's not all the parts of Atlanta that have such great schools, but if you look at cities like Marietta or Alpharetta or many of the cities in Gwinnett County, the schools there are absolutely amazing. Lassiter High School in Marietta is a 10 out of 10. Chattahoochee High School in Johns Creek, which is in Fulton County, is also a 10 out of 10. Also, Suwanee and Duluth, which are in Gwinnett County, have one of the best school districts in the whole country. Now, you really need to know that if you're looking for great schools in Metro Atlanta, those are really some of the best parts of Metro Atlanta for good school districts. Some of the more southern cities in Metro Atlanta don't have as good of schools. So really the best schools for Metro Atlanta are in some of the northern counties like Cobb County, Fulton County, and Gwinnett County. Reason number 5 why so many people are moving to Metro Atlanta is that there's less government interference with small businesses here in Metro Atlanta. It's kind of a hard thing to pinpoint. It's kind of an ambiguous thing, but for some reason here in Georgia and in a lot of the states in the southern parts of the US, the government just has less of a say in some of the things that are happening within small businesses. There are certainly pros and cons with that. I mean, there are some small businesses here in Georgia that probably should have more regulation from the government, but overall, the government just does not have as much of a say in what happens in the small businesses here in Georgia as they do in other states of the United States. And so what goes along with that is that the small businesses tend to be taxed less here in Metro Atlanta than in other major cities across the US. Reason number 6 why people are moving to Metro Atlanta is that Metro Atlanta and Georgia in general is a great state for retirees. As far as tax incentives go, Georgia has some of the best tax advantages for retirees. 17% of the population in Georgia is over 60. Some of the reasons for that is that Social Security income in Georgia is not taxed. Also, withdrawals from retirement accounts are only partially taxed, and residents over the age of 65 can deduct $65,000 of their retirement income. But residents 65 and older in Georgia have a double homestead exemption, which gets them a bigger discount on their property taxes. And one of the biggest tax advantages for residents 65 and older is that they don't have to pay for the school portion of property taxes. This is a very big deal when you consider that the school portion of property taxes usually makes up about half of the property tax. So in Georgia, 65 and older, no school tax in your property taxes. And reason number 7 why people are moving to Atlanta is that the weather here is amazing. Our winters are super mild, only getting down to about 20 degrees Fahrenheit in the evening times during the coldest parts of the year. And then in the summer times, the hottest we get here is about 95, maybe 100 degrees Fahrenheit, but it's super rare. For the majority of the year, the temperature is between 40 degrees and 90 degrees. During the springtime, we have temperatures around 70, 80 degrees. Same for the fall. And so overall, the weather here is absolutely amazing. In addition to the amazing weather that we have here in Metro Atlanta, the North Georgia mountains are only about 2 hours drive north of Atlanta. Also, the coast in Georgia is only about 2 hours east of Metro Atlanta. So we have great weather, then we have the mountains and the coast all very close to Metro Atlanta. And then bonus reason why people are moving to Metro Atlanta is that we don't really have very many natural disasters here. We don't have tornadoes or earthquakes or wildfires here. And so that's really a big benefit of living here in Georgia. Now, we do on occasion get hurricanes coming from the Atlantic Ocean or from the Gulf of Mexico, but typically by the time they've reached Atlanta, they're already weakened. And so usually they're like tropical storms when they reach Metro Atlanta. So overall, not very many natural disasters. If you want to know more about what it's like to live in Atlanta, click on this video. I'll see you there.